we can summarize what you've learned there, just so that I can make sure that we're all on the same page.
Uh,
Hard to remember what it was exactly. I think it was that that contraption to hold them, and I think she was going to use those lenses to actually shoot her undead beams from right over here, right to the Absalom. That was her cunning plan.
Um, yeah, kind of. But there's one more. There's one more layer to this. Did anybody else pick up on that?
I'm I found the chat notice about the journals. It would be easier to read it.
Yeah, because basically, from all of her notes, you would have gathered that, in a way, she's somewhat afraid of all four of these lenses being gathered together, because if you bring all of them together and then sort of focus them on a single creature, the whole point of these lenses is that they contain a sliver of Nimbeloth's essence, and Nimbeloth as a deity is it's kind of a weird deity, because if you draw Nimbeloth's attention, that means that you will essentially be annihilated. So you kind of don't want Nimbeloth's full attention. And what these if you bring all of these lenses to or yeah, all of these lenses together, you bring Nimbeloth's baleful gaze to bear on someone, and that would mean absolute and utter annihilation. So that's actually the reason why these lenses were why Belcora intentionally spread these lenses around, because she did not want them all in one place. She only kept one of them that she's still using, and she's looking to harness their power, but she is deathly afraid of all of these lenses being gathered and collected and basically formed into a weapon that, yeah, could bring destruction even to her. And maybe that didn't come across last time, but that's the big reveal here. So these lenses might actually be used against her.
so I guess that's the plan to get rid of her.
Well, and unless she doesn't have some other anchors that we can stab, I guess that would be the last resort.
And that would mean that we would need to find one more, because I think we only have 3 right now. One more lens.
Yeah, well,
Yes,
and
but
I believe
you
yeah, she's supposed to
go
have
ahead.
one on her, right?
That's right. Yes. The ebon one would be still in her possession.
Like in a laboratory or something, not on her.
Yeah,
Or is
that's
it some...
unclear. Some inner sanctum of some kind.
Well, yeah, I mean, we already fought her twice, and she didn't leave anything behind, so it's probably have to be in her lair.
Well, I guess we finally have a plan besides just going deeper and deeper. Except in order to execute the plan, I guess we kind of have to go deeper and deeper. So
Joys of adventuring. Okay.
So what do
does
we do?
so the I think so the thing about Nimbleoth is if I understand, it's not just that it doesn't just kill you, it like obliterates you, like it eats your soul or something.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's basically it deletes you from existence, essentially.
So it would
Yeah, exactly,
it would
consuming
work
your
on
soul.
undead too, I guess.
Yes.
Okay. Right. Well, this sounds like a fun thing to mess around with. And possibly have any, uh negative consequences. Where are we right now? Did we come back up to town?
I think I was going to teleport us out.
Yes, I believe that you went back to town because you also needed some time to compile notes on the journals and stuff like that. So it would make sense that you found your way back to town. So we can skip to the next day. I think that would make sense.
I think so, although I think my foundry is lagging again. I can see my status effects and
yeah, it looks like you're still loading.
So besides resting up, what do you guys think we should do? Anything? I mean, I'm not sure that we have these notes.
I mean,
they don't really say anything about where it is. This last thing. Do we have the thing to hold the lenses in? I forget if we found that. I feel like we did.
I
yes.
think we do, yes.
I feel like that was the last thing.
Yeah. Also, we have all these new funds to spend.
Oh.
Yes, you found a great deal
yeah,
of money
the
in
dragon,
there.
right?
Yes, and in Belcora's vault, you also find a good amount of money.
Oh yeah, that's right. Okay. Well, I don't know what to. I'll be honest, I don't know what to spend it on. We can send to Absalom for stuff again, but I feel like I loaded up last time on stuff I needed. We haven't leveled up since we bought all that stuff, right?
I don't think so.
It's not like I can buy new formula or whatever. I mean, I guess it wouldn't hurt to get some like potions or scrolls or something that we can use, but
Yeah, I mean, I see that Sandy has around about 2,000 gold pieces worth of coins on him from your latest delve. So there should be some good stuff that you can get with that kind of money.
Yeah.
for 1 minute, that's pretty good.
I mean, Ottardo could maybe. It's not technically an upgrade, but he could sort of upgrade the Ghost Touch rune into a. What are they called? Astral rune?
What kind of room?
Astral.
Astral.
What does it do?
Unless I'm mistaken, it's like Ghost Touch plus like 1 dice of spirit damage. Unless I'm mistaken the name.
No, there is something called astral. Astral weapons command powerful spiritual energy from the astral plane. Has the same effect as a ghost touch rune. Plus strikes
That's
with it
the
deal
one.
an extra 1d6 spirit damage.
And you're putting it on a hammer, so it will be a holy astral hammer. What this reminds
Am
me
I
of?
missing a reference there? No?
Somewhat, yes. But we'll have to play Starfinder for that.
Okay.
Oh,
Alright.
Oh man, I always forget that I have this crown. I should use that more often. I have an adamantine chunk for some reason. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think you harvested that from a creature.
Increases a spell's duration. Oh, I forgot I have all this stuff. What am I supposed to do with this wand?
Sell it. Okay, what do I have? Souma is carrying 4,000 silver pieces in her sleeves.
should we just dump everything, all the
Yeah.
cash into the party stash?
I'll dump it,
well,
yeah.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
well,
dump several things in there because I don't really need them.
yeah, I'll take care of
Here's an
Sandy's cash.
adamantine chunk. Here's So right now I'm the one carrying around the fulcrum lattice. Is that what we want to do? Do we want me carrying around the full? I suppose we shouldn't leave it behind.
I think it was just a matter of us being burdened.
I mean, I can carry it. I'm not encumbered, but you know, I guess we shouldn't leave it in the stash. Probably.
It also, the fulcrum lattice clearly would fit those lenses nicely.
Oh, that's right. It makes them like
yeah.
lighter, right?
Right, it doesn't increase in weight. The lattice is always the same bulk.
Right. So maybe we give whoever's gonna carry it, we'll just stick all the lenses in there, and then easy peasy. It's just 2 bulk.
Well,
Should actually just be one. Just fixing that.
I think we should give it to Sandy.
well, maybe. I mean, would it be? Do you think it would be okay with that if we just stick all of them except the last one, or?
Well, sure. I mean, Belcora's notes say you need to bring them all together, so 3 of them should, isn't all of them. It should be fine.
Wait, is it just having them together that's the issue, or is it using them together on a creature that is
That's
potentially
probably
dangerous?
Yeah, probably that. It does say bringing them into close proximity can be dangerous, so I think they just need to be near each other. The lenses impart Nimbleoth's essence into those who use or are touched by them. Yeah, remember, all you had to do was get close to it, and then Soma started going nuts. Remember that one time? Remember when you were nuts, Soma?
So I have no idea what you're talking about. I mean, I was on a glimpse of understanding, and you pulled me off of it. Ugh.
Right. Well, in that case, I think we should still give them all to Sandy.
Sure. Ottardo has one on him, but yeah, the one Ottardo has, we still haven't like formally identified. Can we do that now with the notes?
Well, it's definitely going to make it a lot easier. Yep. So let's see.
Maybe Bark or Soma can take a look at this.
How do I?
What is it, an occult check? Probably give it to Soma.
Here we are.
Yeah, well, last I called check, someone did summon an unspeakable horror from beyond the times.
Well, just don't do what you did last time. It should be okay.
Yes, with the notes, it makes it a lot easier to identify this item. Well, let me see how I can actually make that work here. That what this is. Sorry, I'm not sure what's going on here. It's identified as what it is. Yes, so with the notes, the journal parts of it will talk about this lens, the emerald fulcrum lens, a concave green lens, pitted and flawed, its jagged edges, easily cutting those who don't handle it with care. While you have the emerald fulcrum lens invested, your flesh appears waxen and pallid. You gain negative healing, and harm spells gain a +4 status bonus to the hit points they restore to you. And you can activate the lens in the following ways. Yep, there it is. Once per day, you can grasp it in one hand to regain 30 hit points and gain a +2 item bonus to saving throws against magic. And you can, while grasping the lens, make a melee. Why is it so hard for me right now? A melee spell attack roll with a modifier of +20, and a hit you force a splinter of Nimbleoth essence from the lens to possess the target. You're no longer invested in the lens. Target gains the benefits as though it had invested the lens, but can't activate the lens's other abilities. This effect is permanent, but it can be ended by any effect that removes possession effect. Yeah, so basically, helpful, but at the cost of making yourself susceptible to negative healing instead of positive.
In this
That
would
that could have been, yeah, that could have been great. Like a few
Months
weeks
ago.
ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
And what is the, so we know what that one does. The crimson one is fury.
And
Gives you
Soma,
a super duper hit.
yeah, Soma also has an object here that still requires more investigation. Another lens.
What's the other lens we have?
Ochre and
The ochre one, yeah.
Ochre.
Yeah.
What does ochre do?
That's still unknown. That's what Soma's trying to figure out right here. But even with the notes, you're having a hard time making sense of the rambling writing that Belcora is using. It seems like it was already eating away from her sanity as she was making those notes.
Well, here I'll have a go at it. I must select an actor if I want to. How do I select an actor when I'm not on the map? Can I just drag myself on the map? Oh, there I am. Okay. Here, I'll have a go. Just to, what? Regain? No, that's not what I want.
Oh yes, that looks much better. And you learn a great deal about the item. Yes, it is the ochre fulcrum lens, brownish orange in color, and it always feels dusty and gritty, regardless how often it's polished. But that doesn't impede light shining through it. So while you have this lens invested, lassitude grips you and your motions are hard to sway. You gain 10 resistance to mental damage and +2 status bonus to saves against emotion effects. And if you have it invested, you can interact with it once per day to cast Wave of Despair. And similarly, you can use it to, or similarly to the other lenses, you can use it to make a melee spell attack roll to force the splinter imbued into the lens into a different creature.
I mean, that sounds kind of nifty.
Waves of Despair, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Man, Lucca would have been using all this stuff, from what I've heard of him.
This is like interesting thing. Like so, and the crimson one.
That one makes you
Yeah.
angry.
Yep.
It also
make
can
extra
possess a target. So like, so I wonder like what exactly it intends to happen if we whack 3 people with it and like, it's, will it count as freeing the essence of Nimbaloth?
No, I mean,
Well,
that's the thing that you figured with the nodes is that basically, if you were to force all 4 essences or all 4 splinters into a creature, like that's how you would bring that
Oh, so
that
that would
focus.
count as annihilation then.
Well, it could lead to catching Nimbaloth's gaze, which would mean annihilation.
I see.
well, so probably one person shouldn't attune all 4 simultaneously either. That sound invest all 4 simultaneously. That'd probably be bad.
Mm-hmm.
Well, at least we should put them all in the fulcrum for carrying for the time being. We don't have to invest them, right?
Well, I suppose in this context they might be indeed safer. I will put them in the stash then.
Oh, in the stat? Okay.
Yeah, and what's also an important thing is that that line here that when you make a melee spell attack with a lens in the fulcrum lattice, you use the highest melee spell attack modifier of any lens in the lattice. So maybe you notice that the lesser lenses have lower melee spell attack modifiers. So if you use the lattice, you can use the highest modifier,
That's
or even
nifty.
your own if that's greater.
I see. And if we whack it with with the lattice, it will count as possessing it 4 times, right?
Can you say it again?
Yeah, and if we hit someone with the fully loaded lattice, it will count as hitting it 4 times with all the lenses, right? So it will possess
That's
everything
not
at
how
once.
I understand it. I think
I
you
don't think
still it's still 4 actions. Like you use one at a time.
It's not even. It's and each of them requires 2 actions actually. So it would
Yes,
take 4
yeah, right.
rounds.
It's one act.
to-
Like each one it would be one
You
act.
would need 4 separate hits over the course of 4 rounds.
Yep.
Bolt
if you
action
pass it
fulcrum
around.
lattice.
Or
Yeah.
if you pass
Or
it
you-
around, sure. Here, now you hit
Yeah.
her.
Yes, exactly. Catch.
Let's see. Oh, it says here that the last one we're looking for is Eben. Yes,
Yes,
that's what it says in the Fulcrum Lattice.
that's right. That's also what it said in the notes.
Lens slotted in the Fulcrum has no bulk. The lattice remains at 1 bulk. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's 1 bulk. All right. While you hold the fulcrum as lenses socketed into it, are considered to be in your hand for the purpose. So I feel like we should carry these all with us, right? I'm not crazy. Like if we get the 4th one, and Belcor is like, "Woo!" Well, we should like take care of it right then and there, right?
I would hope that that's what would defeat her, but for some reason, I don't think it'll be that easy.
Okay, but we should still keep the lenses. With us, right?
Have them on us. Yes. We should carry
Okay.
them.
Well, I'm gonna put the lattice in the stash, and then whoever's carrying them all should take it all.
I think we can put just the lattice on Sandy, just so that the bulk of the others don't count.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out if there's a way to make this a container, which it really should have been. So that you can literally put the lenses into the container.
I thought it was a container.
Sure.
I mean, you could, worst case scenario, just make the whole item over again as a container.
Right. Let's see. So, oh, is container. There should be something like is stowing container. Let me see. Just the fulcrum lattice. Details. Nope, doesn't have that. Fortunately. Usage. Nope, can't seem to find any way to make this work. So we're just gonna have to manually keep track of that stuff. That's okay. So who's gonna carry all of that, all of the lenses in the lattice?
I think everybody volunteered, Sandy.
Yeah.
Okay. Voluntold. Okay. So I'll put it on his sheet.
Can we maybe not move the lenses just because they're gonna count their bulk? So we know they're in the lattice.
Yeah, but I think I can just make their bulk 0, and then we have it all
Okay.
in one place.
All right.
Yep. Okay. Should be good on that. And you did transfer the money. Most of it, yes. Okay, so any shopping you want to do, or what are your plans? We're on the next day. It's early in the morning. You came back relatively late the day before. Certainly not too late to teleport to Absalom. So if you wanted to do any higher level shopping, I'm happy to kind of hand wave a quick trip to Absalom and do some shopping there.
Yeah, I think Ottardo wants the astral rune, and I don't know what else.
With the rune, since you're not looking for a weapon with that rune already on it, I'm assuming you want it transferred to your weapon. So that'll take until the next day. But if you can keep a note of that, later the next day it should be ready for pickup. Anything else? Or is it time to head back?
I'm trying to figure out what grade of rune I have on my my armor. How do I see that?
You have an armor potency +2 and a resilient rune.
Right.
Yeah, I mean,
What does resilient do again?
It's the +2 saves.
Saves, yes.
Okay.
Yes, for Soma, the armor was the main priority, and she happily looted the the best changer she could find right now. So I don't really have any more ideas for what she can procure.
Yeah, that's fine by me.
I suppose I could get a. Wait, can you get a rune that increases the AC of a shield? I know reinforcing gives you
No.
on it, but
I don't think that exists.
Okay, then
Well, there's the shield rune. Those shields can't be etched with weapon or armor runes. They can be improved by a specific type of fundamental rune known as reinforcing rune.
yeah,
Reinforcing runes can be etched only on shields. Every reinforcing includes hardness and hit points. So that's the thing you can do.
Okay. How much is a +3?
A plus what?
+3 armor potency.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like an order
20,000.
of magnitude. Yeah.
Okay, never mind. In that case, I'm just gonna buy a bunch of elixirs of life, just like the lowest grade one, which is 3 gold pieces. Maybe I'll buy a couple of lessers too. Wait, how much gold do we have? Where's the... Oh, jeez. We have 806 gold pieces in the party stash. And I have, well, 60 gold pieces on me. Okay. Would anyone object if I loaded up on some elixirs?
Go ahead.
All right.
Keep us alive.
I'm gonna get I'm just gonna get some of the minor and the lesser ones. The minor ones are to fuel my armor, which I hardly ever use because it's not usually necessary, but and then I'll get a couple of spare lessers.
Simon, did you deduct the gold or not from the...
I didn't take out any gold, no.
Okay, I'll do it.
Okay.
So I'll get 4. Right? Oh, it's an I. Apparently, I don't know how to spell elixir. All right, then I'm gonna get a couple of these. I'm just gonna stock up on a handful of the nifty consumables that help deal with conditions and stuff.
Sure.
That's a good idea.
Let's see. Take a look at my formula because I have a lot of them here.
I think I will also follow the suit and buy a little bit of healing potions. I can, now that I no longer carry dangerous objects in my, well, Lucca's sleeves of storage, I can put all the drinkables in them, so it would be useful.
Yeah, that's not going to help much. That probably won't help much either. I guess that's good enough. The healing stuff is good enough because the rest of it starts getting really expensive by the time it gets to a level where it can actually be effective. Okay, I think I'm loaded up.
So, everybody ready?
Yep.
Okay, so where we're heading?
There is one thing that maybe we haven't done yet, which is the lighthouse itself.
I thought we did go up there and didn't really find it. I mean, Lucca went up there. It was a long time ago.
Did
It's
we?
true. Yes.
Huh. Well,
Yeah, we didn't really find anything we could make use of at the time.
I guess this level is all explored, I think.
We could still go fight the abomination in that arena.
There's that.
There's that, but there's also still that set of ebony
There's
doors with
doors
the
that we
weird green.
can't freaking get through.
Right.
Right.
And yes, and we do have some new keys, and
That's
one of
right.
them matches, I think.
You don't know that yet, but you do have some new keys.
Well, let's try them.
Yeah. that the party's decision?
Well, now that we are fresh and hopefully Soma's stupefy will resolve itself soon. Although probably not. We've only had one rest, so it will have to resolve by the evening, right? So we'll
Yes.
have to we'll have to walk, because otherwise we might just waste teleportation spell back there.
Okay, so it takes a little bit longer to get there. Walking all the way out through the fen, and then taking the teleport circle to the lowest level that you have activated, and then finding your way down the stairs and across the pond in that dinky rowboat that you've been using, and through the dark, cold waters of the big underwater lake, and then finding your way back to those giant, massive double doors that are made of black and green stone with that oxidized bronze lock with a keyhole but no handles.
As we go down, I'm going to cast Vital Beacon in advance on myself this time so that it's actually active. Don't forget, if you need some healing, you can always just, give a quick ruffle of the ears or something, and you'll get some healing.
Alright, I need to actually make a check to cast light as well.
Which you succeed. You can be very proud of yourself.
Yeah.
Wait, why are you still stupefied?
It lasts 24 hours.
Well, we've rested and gone to Absalom and stuff, right? So I feel like...
Did we go to Absalom?
Yeah, isn't that where we did our shopping?
I thought we just left orders for it now.
Well, I
If we
assumed you would use teleport magic.
well, if we did, then okay, then it's gone. Although that also means I think we give Bilkora one more day to recover.
Yeah. Well, we gotta be recovered too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, in that case, Soma is... well, she's not much happier, but she's in better shape than she would have been. Since Absalom probably has good coffee.
So,
Yeah.
maybe
Yeah,
Soma, you
so.
can check for strange runes on the insides of locks.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna get back here a little bit.
Being
Come on,
paranoid.
That
Stick.
would be wise. I've also made a powerful equipment upgrade. I made a keyring. So to carry all this stuff.
We have faith in you.
From back here.
Okay, so
what do you do?
Do I get just perception, or you have a prompt for the door?
No, you can just roll a private perception. I mean, you very carefully, and you've been burned before, almost literally. So you try to make sure, and you don't see anything suspicious about the lock.
Since everyone is already hidden, someone will like take the position and poke the lock with a lockpick to see if something terrible triggers on it. Yeah. Oh wait a second. We don't need to try. I've already tried to poke into it with the lockpicks. Nothing blew up, right? I broke like several of them. Did?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, never mind. It's clear. So, and
I'll still wait back here until the door is open. No offense.
yeah, then Soma will pull out her keyring and start looking through them. So like, okay, we tried this one, we tried that one. I
Yeah.
think.
And you kind of keep scanning through them
Yeah.
until you find the skull-shaped key. Then you found them. Yes, there it is. Which looks about the right size and does seem to have the right flair for this. Do you want to try it?
Oh, well, before that, Soma will like prepare her magical loot, like put it on her lap to get it into easy access. Like look at Sandy, look at Ottardo, like give them a nod, and well, and only then she will put the skull in.
So you try the key, fit the lock perfectly, and you're like bracing yourself for whatever's gonna happen. You slowly turn it, and it click, and feel a little bit of resistance there at first, but the old, clearly very old mechanism still works perfectly, and you unlock those big, ebony, strange-looking doors. And as you push them open, you find a space beyond that immediately sets you at unease. It's a large chamber made of the same black stone as those imposing doors. And you see 8 alcoves, 4 on each side. Each alcove contains what looks like the remains of a jade-colored statue. And all of these figures have been defiled, so none of them have any heads remaining. Most of them are missing hands, and one is just a pair of bare feet upon a pedestal. So clearly at some point it was more than that, but that's all that's left. All the way to the south, you see an enormous stone throne carved out of heavy blocks, standing in a domed chamber just opposite of these giant black doors. And on top of that throne, there's a skeletal figure. At first, it looks to you as if that figure is chained to the throne. But then you realize, no, there's like chains coming out of its eyes and out of its chest. But it does seem to be just perched on top of that seat.
Oh my god, it's Lucca.
Oh shit! You'll jinx it.
Well, if nothing's immediately exploding, I'm gonna come over here.
Yeah. Ottardo is going to take one step into the room.
Why did my map go black and white?
Soma will make her out of character religion checks to recognize that this skeleton clearly fashioned in the image of Nimbal's unholy symbol, right?
There is a clear connection, yes. So you take a few steps into the hallway, your footsteps eerily echoing as if the chamber was much bigger than it actually is. And I'm just gonna move you guys a little bit further in here. So as you kind of like brace yourselves, you're obviously, I would assume, weary of the alcoves. You've been surprised before, so you're cautious about those. But then it's not from the alcoves, but it's from the throne that the eerie tranquility of this chamber is disturbed, as all of a sudden that skeleton starts to like creak and push itself up from the throne, and it takes like 2 staggering steps down that little pedestal here. But it doesn't seem to be aggressive or anything like that. Instead, it just holds forth both of its hands in a gesture that to you almost looks as if it's like trying to say, I mean you no harm. And then it points to the eastern door while having its like eye sockets with the chains coming out fixed on you. And it points towards those eastern doors and it says, one after another, your names. So it whispers, Souma, Mark, Ottardo, Sandy. But nothing else, just your names pointing at those doors.
Hello?
As you try to greet it, it doesn't seem to be really interested in making conversation. It just kind of slowly, still clearly gesturing for you to follow, steps towards those doors and starts moving around the corner.
Just before Ottardo moves forward, is there anything he could recall about the jade statues?
Um, well, since there are no heads remaining and they're so thoroughly defiled, there's nothing for you to really go on of what they may have depicted in the past. So it's hard to tell. You probably would have to take like some time and do some proper, almost archaeological research here to figure out what they may have been at some point. They're just too broken at this point to give you an
Okay,
immediate hunch.
okay.
Yeah, by the way, Soma also kind of remembers that we had walked through somewhat similar hallway way back in the second level of the Gauntlight. So, does this construction looks like the Gauntlight basements? So
You're not in the right spot here. No,
mhm.
I mean you've seen the footprint of the actual lighthouse part of the Gauntlight Keep. You've seen that. That was closer to to that lodge where the Calignis had hold up.
I see.
And once again, for some reason, it won't make the token visible to Ottardo, so I'm gonna have to manually make that
Thank
visible.
you.
Okay. Yeah. So, okay, go ahead.
Yeah, the stuff, the accoutrement in the picture and on the map, like the mace and the picture and stuff, is that actually there?
Yes,
Okay.
all that stuff is actually there, and it does.
Could
I mean,
you
as a somewhat or religious or person familiar with rituals, the way that those items are arranged, it does seem like they were offerings at some point from long ago.
Uh, let's not disturb the offerings, tempting as it is. It's friendly right now, so let's not give it a reason not to be.
speaking of friendly, Ottardo would like to try to sense motive?
Of course, yeah. Give it a try.
It's
It's yeah,
friendly, leading us to our doom.
that is kind of the feeling that you get that it's clearly asking you to follow. It doesn't seem to have any hostile intentions. Um, I mean, it gives you the creeps. You can probably tell that it's powerful. So you don't think that it would have to like trap you or something like that if it wanted to attack you. Maybe it would right here. So it's kind of it doesn't make a whole lot of sense to you. But it clearly wants you to follow. And your hunch is confirmed when the creature moves all the way to the east here, opens up those doors, with just a swipe of its skeletal hand, the doors like swing open, and this cold blast of air wafts in. And then the creature once again turns around, its neck bones cracking as it looks at each one of you and says once again, Ottardo, Souma, Birke, Sandy. And then it turns to face the hallway beyond and continues slowly walking down that passage.
Are we going to follow it?
So this is. I mean, we came here for something, and this is something, right?
I mean, there's all these other doors though too. Like, I don't have
Oh
to
yeah,
go
but
where it's.
no, Bark. It's better if that thing opens the doors before us.
Good point. But is it better to go where it's leading?
So as you're kind of debating, like, are we really doing this? Are we really following this weird creature? You kind of like carefully, at a little bit of a distance, walk past it, and it has opened yet another set of doors ahead, continued its like slow walk down this passage into the next chamber, where as you follow along, you see the walls of this room are carved from black stone. And once again, they feature alcoves, but much larger this time. 2 to the east, 2 to the west. And 3 of those contain large stone basins filled with reeds and moss and other swamp plants. Like the air is humid and smells swampy because of it. It continues to pace down that hallway here, and you see the 4th alcove does have a basin as well, but it's currently empty. And it continues its walk down towards a set of stairs that lead further down. And it stops at the top of the stairs, turns around at you once again, as if to make sure that you're still following, and whispers once again, Sandy, Ottardo, Souma, Birke. And then turns to face the stairs again and continues to walk down and around the corner and continues walking down those stairs.
Quick questions. Are the reeds
Yes.
whispering anything?
Are the reeds whispering anything? These are not. You don't hear anything. You can give me a perception roll if you really want to scrutinize this room, but nothing springs out immediately. No, the swamp is the water in there is swampy and kind of thick, and smelly. You know, like standing bog water, but nothing is whispering.
Is there? You keep saying our names in a different order. Is there a logic to that? Do you think? Are we supposed to like proceed in a different order?
Maybe it just goes by whoever's closest.
I don't know.
Let me make sure I'm bringing you into the next map in the right spot. Yes, okay. So it walks you down the stairs. Are you following you're following down the stairs with it, right? That's what we're doing here.
I guess so. I
guess
can't see
so.
anything.
Yes,
Yeah.
not quite yet, but let me do this. Set up, and then I can. Okay. So it walks you down the stairs and into the next chamber here, where a basin filled with reeds and moss once again stands in an alcove between the doors that lead into this room here. It's, I mean, you've seen the stairs kind of like splitting up two ways, so you know that both of those doors would lead back up the stairs to the level above. And between those two doors, there's this basin with the reeds and swamp water in there. But there are also these two metal tubes that jut into the room from the east. Each seems to be sealed off by some sort of iris-like mechanism, a foot or so inside the pipe. You don't see any buttons, levers, or anything to open these apertures or mechanisms. To the south, there is a set of black stone doors and a single gray stone door carved with shapes of swirling mists leads west. And none of these doors, it's pretty obvious to you immediately, have any handles or latches or any other way that seems obvious to you to open them. Hang on here while I'm figuring out what I'm doing. Yeah, so the skeleton creature walks you all the way in here, and as it kind of like walks up to this point near the center of the chamber, it stops in its tracks and then turns around to face you, and then it just silently points at the gray door to the west. And as it does so, that door just pushes open and reveals a little passage beyond.
Ottardo is going to turn around and tell the others, I don't want to walk through a door that I can't open myself.
Oh, so now you think it's a bad idea to follow him?
Well, I mean, if push comes to shove, I still have teleportation available to us. So
That's true.
although, like, hopefully I'm not giving that thing any ideas about blocking it, but well, it's at least a possibility.
What is your name?
And it just looks at you, as only a skull can look at you, with no sense of any emotion or reaction. It just silently stares, pointing at the door to the west.
Like I'm starting to feel nostalgic about Lucca spouting gibberish at all the undead that he met. Maybe he was speaking in their language or something.
Well. Wait, I mean, we could see what happens if we take a different door. Maybe this thing will get mad. And then we don't have to worry about it, because then we'll just kill it, and then we can go wherever we want.
Okay, that works too.
Or, if it doesn't get mad, then we can still go wherever we want. So, like... Although I am really curious why it's guiding us.
Well, what do you want to do?
I don't think I've made any sort of check about this thing. Can I try something to understand what its purpose might be? What it is? Is it some sort of guardian of this place? Is it a guide? Is it like I mean, I might guess those things, but I don't know. I'm looking for...
Yeah, absolutely. You
more
can
definitive.
definitely do a recall knowledge. Yeah, so I think that you are starting to get the sense of yeah, a guide is the right way to describe this. but also like giving the architecture here, all that black stone, all this like really ancient stuff, and then the weird addition of swamp water and all of those mosses and things. It strikes you as very different from Belcora's Gauntlight Keep and everything that you've seen that she built. So you're wondering if you've reached some kind of older structure, something that was here even before Belcora became interested in this place. And it's clearly some sort of temple complex. Putting it together with the fact that you saw those offerings, you're wondering if maybe you've stumbled into an ancient place of pilgrimage for something or some kind of cult or worship. And if that's the case, then yes, maybe this really is a guide, both in the sense of a spiritual guide, but also in the sense of physically guiding petitioners through this complex here to be allowed entrance to the inner sanctum, maybe, or to be judged worthy, or whatever it may be. But that's what you're starting to think about.
I don't think we're in the Gauntlight anymore. I mean, we kind of weren't even when we were in the level above, but like, I think we're really somewhere else now. And I don't think this thing means us any harm, but that doesn't necessarily mean where it's taking us is, harmless.
I just don't know what to do here. I mean, we
This is
can still.
a holy place. It's a temple, presumably to Nimbaloth, but I don't know what
Well,
kind of people worship.
unholy, you mean?
Well, that's just a matter of words, but I mean, it definitely isn't. It's absolutely quantifiable. Yeah, no, it's it's unholy, but yeah, this is some sort of guide. I mean, I don't know. I don't exactly want to think too hard about what kind of people would worship Nimbaloth, but and why it's down here. How would you even get here if it wasn't for the Gauntlight? Like through the Darklands?
I guess. Well, shall we try?
Well, I mean, if it is the some sort of pilgrimage, I mean, nothing really can force anyone to worship something against its will. So we might as well just take a look.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't know what. Again, I don't know what anyone gains by worshiping Nimbaloth unless they seek annihilation themselves. But we'll find out, I guess, because we're going.
Well,
And finally, Ottardo, convinced by his fellow compatriots here, you move through that narrow passage, and all of a sudden, finally, this music was working. Okay. And find yourself in this room here that's kind of cramped. And on one end of the room, you see a giant jade statue of cracked and chipped skeleton in a burial shroud. And the skull of that creature clenches a bundle of swamp weeds in its teeth. And as you look around, built into the walls are several narrow slits. And a little further in the room, some stone doors. And as you enter the room and you're taking this all in, you notice some movement behind those slits. And we'll roll initiative.
Ah,
And it's friggin' wisps.
Let's see.
is it?
Let's see. Okay, I have everyone. Oh, let me see if I can bring those in. Maybe you're the first one to notice that movement. Maybe you're just the fastest one to act, but you get to act first.
Yeah, I mean, I can't imagine that Bart can really see what's going on from here. So, for the time being, I think I'm just gonna have him. He's looking into this room, and obviously we're in a temple. Obviously it's dedicated to Nimbleoth, but I think he's trying to discern what the purpose of this room might be with the slits and the statue and everything that makes it distinct from all the other rooms we've been in. So I don't know if it's a recall knowledge or something else.
Yeah, you can give me that check that you see right there.
Right where? There it is. Wow, religion. I'm really not trained in religion. Okay.
Yeah, you're starting to think that, maybe you've led everyone astray. Maybe this is a trap. Maybe this was a terrible idea and you've just walked into your doom.
Guys, we should get out of here. It's a trap, and I've led everyone to their doom. What was I thinking? Of course it's trying to kill us. It's a servant of Nimbleoth. It kills everything. Um,
You have 2 actions left.
oh, God. I guess he would. Jeez. I guess he would back off then. I don't know. I can't really think what else he would do now that he believes that. Get out of here, quick! And he's gonna stand there, and his last action is gonna be to raise his shield.
Okay. From behind one of those arrow slits, let's see, who are we gonna go with? Let's go with Soma. Something is being shot at you, Soma. Shoot. And it misses. And then another shot. Boom. Shoot. Couple more. And you can't even tell what it is. It's something tiny that just kind of whizzes past you. And it makes you pretty upset. Actually, sorry about that, but Bark, I need you to roll that will save here. That should happen on your first turn. There we go. Okay, so you're good. Let's go.
Does Stick need to roll against it too?
Yeah, I guess technically, yes. Okay, you're both fine. All right, and then it's Sandy's turn.
Well, Sandy heard stuff being shot, so gonna rage. But does he see? He doesn't see anyone around, right?
Well, he sees
Um,
some movement behind those slits, so I think if you should have the right idea here that there's a bunch of hidden creatures behind those slits.
would Sandy be pissed off enough to go get them, or would he be wise and follow Bark?
I think it just answered your question here, but that's for you to decide.
Oh well. Uh, sorry, Bark.
Yeah, I see a couple of doors there, and I will say that this one to the east here looks like it would lead right into that little pass or I don't know, walkway, crawl space almost behind those arrow. Uh,
Okay, and
so
he
that's
sees
yes.
things.
So yes, indeed he does. He opens it up and he sees these specters be kind of running back and forth in that very narrow um, shooting gallery, and they look kind of like cultists. Maybe at first he even thinks that they are like living cultists because they're still wearing those slightly tattered robes. But then he notices that they're not touching the ground. They're hovering slightly over the ground. There's this green mist kind of uh, um, flowing out of their robes, and the weapons they're using are blowguns, but he can see that they are completely made of some kind of spectral material. So they're just as much of an apparition, an incorporeal apparition, as the creatures themselves.
Okay, well, he moved, open the door. I think he needs an action to regrip his maul.
Okay.
So that'll be it, and he'll just yell out that we got ghosts in here.
All right. And the first one of those ghosts, it is going like with Sandy at the door. It's turning towards him, and he can see that its face is just like a burning skull with green fire inside of the eye sockets, and then it lashes out uh, by hover or coming floating forwards, and then trying to reach out just with its bare hands, trying to touch Sandy, which it manages to succeed at, and tapping 16 points of what was it called again? Void damage. Yep, some of which Sandy is affected by, and then it follows that up. That was 2 actions so far. Oh, and sorry, I always forget those, so I also need Sandy to make this save here.
Uh, um, hero point.
Sure.
How do I do that? I click OK. Using hero point. There.
And that is a critical success. Okay, so you are unaffected by that. Frightful Presence. And with its third action, it's going to try to touch him again, but misses. Okay, so that was that ghost or specter. Let's see, who else do we have here? This one is going to shoot at Ottardo using its vile blowgun. Shooting once, shooting twice, shooting 3 times, and missing all 3. And then we have another one that's down here that will also try to shoot Ottardo with the blowgun once. Oh, look at that. There's a hit. We have 21 points of damage. And I will need a will save from Ottardo. That's a regular save. Okay, so Ottardo, as that little blowgun dart hits you, I mean, it seemed so small, but as I've said before, it's not actually a physical object. It is some sort of spectral shenanigan, and it leaves you stupefied. And also, the pain is much greater than what you would have expected from such a small thing. And then the third attack is a miss. And then it's Soma's turn. Soma, please give me this will save before acting. Sorry, I shouldn't have targeted Ottardo here. Okay, you're good. Pretty scary, but
Yeah.
you're strong-willed, so you're good.
Well, Soma was mentally fortifying herself for this, so she was already gripping her magical loots, and it's about time to test the acoustics of this room. So we'll start the soundtrack. Inspiring defense, and I will try to make it lingering right away. Click. Lingering composition. Skills performance. 36, that beats my class DC, so it is normal. This lasts 3 rounds.
Nice. Regular success, okay. That was 2 actions, is that right?
No, that was only one. The lingering is just free action.
Okay. 2 left.
Yeah. Well, if Sandy already makes us aware of the ghosts and he ran into them, Soma will try to follow him.
Okay.
So she would at least see the ghosts.
Yep.
Like
Yeah,
this.
you want to know where they...
Mhm.
Yep. You see one of them.
I have only 1 action left, so I will raise a shield.
Okay. Next up, we have another one of those ghosts still behind those arrow slits. Ottardo still being in the room is a good target, so we're going to shoot once. Ooh, critical hit. So let's
Turn into
start
a
with the
tree.
damage. And I will also need that will save from you.
This is void and poison. Yeah, I can block it. Okay.
What is it? A critical success. Okay. So you are not additionally stupefied, but you're still stupefied from the first time you were corrupted by this little blowgun, and the damage is just debilitating. He has a second attack and a third attack, but both of those miss as it just keeps bombarding you with these little blowgun darts. Finally, it's your turn, Ottardo, and I will need a will save from you before you act.
So many will
And
saves.
you're okay. Your turn.
Okay. Ottardo is going to go near Sandy and he will try to target the Spectre.
Okay, from where you're standing right there, yeah, it's a little awkward, so we'll give it a little bit of cover.
Okay.
But that's not going to be enough to duck out away from that critical hit. And you do 22 points of damage for the critical.
Yep.
Okay, so it is the undead is enfeebled 1, and it has to save on a reflex save here, which it succeeds at. Okay.
Can I retro do that as a defensive advance? Totally forgot.
Sure, yeah, that's usually what you do.
And then he will attempt another strike.
Okay. That's another hit. Although, nope, sorry. That is given the
Okay.
difficult situation here. It's not a hit.
All right.
It's your turn.
Yep.
Okay. So we have one more to the south here, which is going to target Soma with the blowgun, shooting once, twice, 3 times, missing all of those 3, and then Bark. Your warnings go unheard.
Ah, why don't you follow, you fools? Ah! He goes charging back in like the hero he is. Man, there's a lot of them. Who? I can't really. Can I see through these slits at all? Like, do I have?
I mean, yeah,
I
it's
know how to.
basically it would take you a seek action to really like figure out what's behind there.
Hmm. I guess for now he's going to catch up to his friends over here. Oh, and see all these doors. Yeah. I'll raise my shield because I only have one action left. So
All right. We have those ghostly creatures, and now, well, Bark is still somewhat of a valid target here, so it's going to shoot at Bark once, twice, 3 times, missing him 3 times, and then it is Sandy's turn.
I didn't need to make that save, do I? Again.
No, no, you're good.
Well, Sandy has a target and a big weapon. Where is the strike there?
And he hits it, smashes his weapon into the cultist specter, badly injuring it.
And once more.
Missing with his return swing. Ooh, but a lucky hit on the third one. For 27 points of damage. Clearly close to annihilation here. But then it's that Spectre's turn, and it just glides through the wall behind him. Which I'm not allowed to do for some reason, so I'm just gonna go around here. And from here, it'll find a quick target who's the easiest to hit. Bark looks like a easy target, so it's gonna try to shoot once and
Does
twice.
that not provoke from Sandy?
I guess you're right.
Ooh.
Yes,
Uh,
it should. If you have an attack of a reactive strike.
let me just double check that. He does have
You does
something.
have a reactive strike.
He has reactive strike.
Yeah.
I'm just checking if it is the regular reactive strike or yeah, it is reactive strike to defeat. Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, we will take that.
All right, let's do it.
Yeah.
Now you hit it, and 34 points of damage, so it never actually makes it to its attack. It just is obliterated by Sandy strike. And then it is this one's turn here. Okay, I'm just going to use the rolls that I spend already for this one. So that's 2 misses, and the third one, whoops, that was the wrong one, but that's a miss as well. Next one is this one. Doesn't have a good target here, so it's going to move into the room first, coming out from behind the... Which I really have to do that here. I have to figure out at some point how I can get around being limited by walls. Okay, so it moves over here. That was one action, and then with the second action tries to shoot at Bark. Here we go for a hit and a will save.
Can I what is it? Block? I think I have block. I think that's a thing.
You did
Shield
raise your
block, you mean?
shield.
Yeah,
Shield block.
it doesn't work. I think it's only physical damage.
Yeah, so it would slide right through the shield as you're trying to block it.
Just double check. Trigger, yeah, physical damage.
And you... Is that a crit success here? Looks like it. Come on.
Yeah, it's just critical success.
Okay, great. So you are unaffected by the corruption, and then the final attack here. Wait, did I already roll twice? I did roll twice. And I moved. So that's its turn. Soma.
Well, now that I can see at least one of them, I can Vitality Lash it.
And it'll try to save against that, but ooh, that's a critical failure.
Bong, and that should be doubled.
And it takes 50 points of damage, badly injured by that spell.
Okay, and now this leaves me with a dilemma that I have only one action left and I don't want to pull out my bow, so I will once again just raise a shield.
Okay. Over here, still from the protected from behind the wall, it does have an angle to shoot at Bark, so it's gonna shoot once, twice. Oh, potential crit.
I'm gonna do my thing.
Turn into a tree. Well,
Wooden double.
wouldn't double. And we have 52 points of damage that go to the double first, I guess.
Yeah, I'll be
I
fair.
mean,
I
how
was gonna
does
use my third level one, so
the wooden double specify any kinds of damage it can take, or does it just take the whole thing? Out of nowhere, it takes a blow in your place. Take a step action. A wooden block of your size and roughly shaped like you appears in this space and absorbs the hit. Block has hardness 5, 20 hit points. If the wooden block is destroyed, you take any after taking the blow. A wooden block collapses in a pile of splinters and dust. I mean, I don't understand. I'm trying not to overthink this, but void damage and poison damage to a wooden block doesn't seem to make sense to me. So I'm just gonna say that it's basically not taking any damage from that, so none of it spills over to you.
if you say so,
I'm
that's
just yeah,
generous to me, but I'll take it.
yes. I mean, we'll just go with that. And that was its turn. So Ottardo.
We got one out from there. Guess we need to draw them out or to follow them. The door in front of Bark is not open, right?
No.
Well, we have one here. Like just defensive advance on it and try to strike it.
And that's a critical
Wait,
miss.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I can't. Oh no, wait, no, never mind. I didn't block. Shield block. Okay, yeah, sorry. Go ahead. Shut up.
So then we have a hit. Okay, roll for damage. You do 12 points of damage to it and add some persistent damage.
And that's it.
Okay. But by moving into the room here, you are moving into a more exposed position, and another barrage of blowgun, spectral blowgun arrows comes flying towards you, but all of them miss. And then it is Bark's turn.
Okay, let's see. Vitality Lash. Should have targeted this
And
guy.
as it tries to save here, it succeeds. Regular success.
Yeah, so half damage. I guess you want me to roll it? I'll roll it.
And takes half of the damage.
And I'll raise the shield again.
Okay. Let's see, which one is the next specter? The one up here. Which, yeah, Ottardo is still very much a valid target, so it's going to shoot its blowgun once. Did that go through? Guess not. There it is. So that's a hit. We'll start with this much damage, and then we will need a will save. Oh, sorry,
Okay,
there's
it's
something
just
weird
a bit
happened
slow.
here.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll delete the second one. So we have 12 points of damage and then a will save. And that's a regular success. So you continue to be stupefied too, but it doesn't worsen. And then that was on the first one. So let's try the second one and the third. And both of those miss. Sandy.
I think Sandy is going to start walking.
Squeezes into that narrow passage, charging at one of the specters.
Let's open this here.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow. And immediately critically striking it. Oof. For a ton of damage. But not enough to destroy it outright. However, following up with his second swing, doing another good amount of damage, but still not quite enough to destroy it entirely. Ottardo continues to get hammered by all of these spectral blowgun darts, manages to dodge all three of them from the latest barrage, but there are even more, as this one here slides back a little bit and then uses its remaining two actions to shoot at Ottardo once and twice, but also missing all of those. Soma, your turn.
Okay. Well, might as well try to finish this guy.
Do these. Now I can roll my save, and that's a regular failure. I take 21 points of damage, and that is indeed enough to burn away this incorporeal creature.
Okay, and for now, Soma will take position right about here, expecting that to open this door later.
All right. From behind the arrow slit, another one of the specters shoots darts at Ottardo, hitting him for 33 points and a will save.
Oh shit, I forgot that we should to take care of Ottardo too.
A regular success. Second shot misses, and third shot misses as well, and then it's Ottardo's turn. Crap, I always do that. Sorry. It is your turn.
Ottardo knows he can't really try to heal himself. I guess he can. Yeah, he'll sheath his weapon, move over, open the door. That's 3 actions. Yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm having trouble with your initiative here. I'm sorry. Okay, so it finally came through. And okay. Sorry about that. What were you doing?
He just moved over and opened the door.
Yes. Okay. That's your turn? Yes.
Yep.
So, and as you open the door there, you are immediately greeted by a barrage of blowgun darts coming from one of the specters here in that shooting galley. Where's the... Why is it so slow or delayed? Is it coming through or is it not coming through?
I'm not seeing it.
Me neither, but
Oh, stupefied affects perception.
okay, I'll try again. Nope. I don't know what it is, but for some reason it's being very slow. I'll refresh my foundry to see what happens.
By the way, your foundry updates okay? Because I mean, for some reason I can no longer can update the systems.
I don't know. I haven't tried in a little bit.
Yeah. The list itself just doesn't load for some reason.
No, I haven't tried updating in quite some time, so I'm not sure. Okay, so here is Foundry back. Let's see if I can now. Yes, okay. That seems much more responsive. Ottardo is targeted, and now I'm gonna shoot once, twice, 3 times. Okay, all of those miss. Bark.
Bark is. Tell where all the enemies. Everyone's stacked up over here. I guess I will help Sandy, since Souma and Ottardo are this way. I'm gonna go up here, 15. How do you set? There we go. And then I'm going to just try to Vitality Lash this one.
This one, okay. Tries to save and manages to regular succeed.
So, ooh, that was a good roll.
And even that is definitely enough to banish the creature.
All right, Sandy, the way's clear for you.
And then it is Sandy's turn.
And he will move forward and target the remaining creature.
Hit, regular hit, 426. Doing some okay damage, clearly castling the creature, but not enough to really threaten it. The one down here, is there anyone? No. So it's gonna have to move. How do I just move it? Yes, I can't. No, I'm stuck in the wall. That's not good. Okay, so it's moving through the wall. I don't care what the action counter says here. It is just sliding through the wall into the middle of the room here, just far enough until it can see one of you, which would be Soma first. And then it shoots once and twice, and that's its turn. Soma.
Alright, as much as I want to start with Vitality Lash on both ghosts, I will have to take care of Ottardo, so someone will first poke her loot into his back and start sounding very nice vibes into him with Soothe from higher levels. Let's go with the third one. That's to Ottardo, and I have one action left again, so and this is the time when the defense falls, so it's Inspire Defense. That would be
All right, that's your turn. Okay, the one fighting Sandy, it's going to step back, and then targeting Sandy, it's going to shoot at you once, twice, missing both of those shots. And then it's Ottardo's turn.
Ottardo is going to walk into the room and a defensive advance into the room
Mm-hmm.
and strike the creature.
Ooh, critically hitting it.
Wait, click critical this time. There.
That is double, okay. So that's this amount of damage with some persistent on it. It is enfeebled 1, and it needs to make its reflex save, which it fails, which means it goes prone.
He does have one more action. Yeah, we'll try to strike again. And miss, and that's it.
Okay, and then it's the creature's turn right in front of you. So first things first, it hovers back up. And then it's going to fly back here and then target you with its final action. Shot from its spectral blowgun, which misses. And it's Bark's turn.
Yeah, we're just gonna advance. And Vitality Lash that guy.
Okay. It's already slightly injured, but will it be enough? It's a regular failure.
24 points.
24 points. It's hanging on to its existence. But now it's Sandy's turn.
Sorry. Sandy. There we go. Yeah. Sandy will step up, target, and strike.
Wait, what's going on here? Weird. Sorry, I'm getting confused here. What's going on? We had a strike that hit for 20 points of damage, and then another strike that hit for 38 points of damage, and that is enough. And as he swings, he disperses the spectral energy of that creature, effectively killing it. And then it's the specter that is kind of near the center of the room. Ottardo in the crawl space, so are Bark and Sandy. So it's really only Souma that is an easy target. So we'll shoot once for
Oh shit.
19 points of damage and a will save. That's a critical success. Right, so you are now immune against this effect. And then we have a second shot and a third shot. Both of those miss. And then it's your turn, Soma.
Well, I think it's time to turn the tide. So someone will turn on the Inspire Courage.
Mm-hmm.
Inspire Courage first. And then she will Vitality Lash the guy who shot her.
As it tries to save, it succeeds. Regular success, though, so still taking some damage. But that is by not enough to really make a difference. And Ottardo.
Alright, well, he is going to target the creature he has in front of him. Ooh, misses.
And we have a hit for 12 points of damage.
And misses again.
Perfect. Okay, and then it is the creature's turn. And from where it stands at that distance, it'll just keep shooting blowgun darts at Ottardo. 1, 2, 3, missing all of those. Ending its turn and taking some persistent damage, trying to recover from it, but failing. And then it's Bark's turn.
Bark is gonna stand on tippy toes, looking through the slit, and he's gonna say, "Aha! The tables have turned!" And he's gonna cast Vitality Lash out at it.
Through the slit, nice. Yep. He'll try to save, but fails.
27
The
points.
full 27 points. It's clearly injured. Third action, or are you good?
Third action. I guess I'll come out to join whatever's happening here. I just need to
Okay.
remember how to move.
Sandy.
Alright, Sandy is going to, let me double check what's his speed. Oh, wrong character sheet. 40, okay, so that is one, okay, 5, 25, oops, sorry. Oops. Okay, so that's one action, and then he is going to bum rush the remaining, well, the one that's still in the room.
Ooh, getting hit square in the face. 27 points. Badly injured. Hovering back a little bit as a step, essentially, and then shooting once and twice, missing both of those blowgun darts, and then it's Soma's turn.
Okay, I will not repeat that mistakes. I will continue the inspiring defenses instead of courage. And then I will once again put the Vitality Lash into this guy.
Okay, trying to save. Failing.
Good.
Give us a high roll here, and that is enough to bring the creature
Nice.
down. Ottardo.
Ottardo is going to target the
Last remaining
spray.
one. That's a hit. 13 points of damage, not very much. And the second strike misses. So does the third. And then it is the creature's turn. It gets one more chance at least to unload its vile blowgun on Ottardo, striking him once here for 28 points of damage, and a will save. Which you critically succeed, so you no longer will have to roll against those. It ends its turn taking some persistent damage and trying to recover, which it fails at. Bark, your turn.
Not really sure how I can help. Are the slits big enough that you could like reach a hand through?
Oof. I mean, well, are you technically small? Yes, you are. Yeah, I think you could fit your hand through. Yeah, small
Okay,
hand would fit.
a medium-sized creature couldn't fit their hand through? Is that what you're saying, though?
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
that is what I'm saying.
All right. Yikes. Okay, in that case, it's a shame. It's 2 actions. Curse my stubby legs. I'm gonna take 2 actions to run over here.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to, I guess, I have to use a seek action to peer through the slit and see this thing.
Yep.
Okay, I will do that.
Okay, then roll. I guess it's not actively hiding in that sense. Yeah, just roll, and I would assume unless you critically fail here, I think you'll be okay. I'll improve your result by 1, basically, by 1 degree.
Seek.
And that's good. Yep. Okay, so you spot it
Yeah,
behind.
but that is it for my turn. So.
Yep. Uh, okay, and then it's Sandy's turn.
Okay, Sandy will start moving. It's exactly 1 action's worth. And then...
Okay.
Oh, here we go. Oops, sorry. 56 points. That is brutal swing. Lots of anger in that attack, and he destroys the last one of those spectral cultists, earning you 60 XP, 60, and ending the encounter.
Anything
The room,
cool in there?
hang on. So the room falls silent, um, and as you look around in those shooting galleys, there's literally nothing in there. And as you maybe look back down the passageway that you came, you notice that that skeletal figure has walked up to the door leading into this part, and it's just standing right there in that door, like completely, you know, just filling out essentially the entire door frame and just staring ahead with no movement or expression, just watching silently. You get the sense that if you want to go back, you would have to go through it. But it doesn't seem to be disappointed or anything, like as if because Bark was worried that this would have been a trap or anything like that. It doesn't seem the need to, swoop in and kill you itself. It just seems to be part of the process, best you can tell.
It doesn't want to open doors to us anymore, unfortunately.
That's true.
Well, I'm going to sit down here for a while.
Yeah, if that thing doesn't urge us, we might as well take a breath a little bit. Someone will try to treat Sir Ottardo's wounds.
Thank you, Souma. And actually, Ottardo is going to try. He knows this might not work, but he'll try. Oh yeah, there it is. Okay, he manages to heal himself too.
By the way, I think my treat wounds will remove your stupefy condition.
Really?
Yeah, wait a second. Where's my feats?
Oh,
That's right. I
Yeah.
think you gained that ability.
Unusual
Yeah.
treatment.
Oh, well, it lowers it by 1.
Okay.
I also have a lot of fruit here if anyone needs to top off.
Actually, Somo will partake, I think. So if depending how many you can share.
I am going to take how much is it? 8. I'm gonna take the first 2, so I'm gonna take 18 off of that, but you can have the remaining 30.
That's exactly basically how I what I need.
Great.
Well, much better.
Are you okay, Ottardo? Do you need me to mix up some more fruit salad?
I wouldn't mind, yeah.
All right. Like, Bark glances back at the skeleton just standing there as he pulls out a little cutting board and starts chopping up.
It's certainly weird, but the skeleton kind of only makes it weirder by just watching you do this without any sign of a response to it. I'll be back in like 10
Alright.
seconds.
Mhm.
Well, maybe 30. I'll be back.
There you go. Have 45.
Thank you.
And I don't forget, I still have that vital beacon on me. It's best to use in the middle of combat,
Yeah.
so that just in case. But if you need a quick top off, just one action to scruff this fur. And if we have another 10 minutes, I'm just gonna focus again. 20 minutes of focusing. I kind of wonder if we couldn't, like, I don't know, block up the hallway and stop this thing from following us.
I mean, seeing how it opens the doors from a distance, I'm not sure that's really something that's within our power.
Okay. Just, it's just an idea.
Yeah, if that thing is like given this amount of access, it probably will just ignore whatever obstacles we put in its way.
I knew we should have checked out those other doors first. I mean, I didn't, but in hindsight, now I know.
Yeah. But maybe that would have pissed it off. And we wouldn't figure out what it is exactly that it wants from us.
Well, I have a feeling that if we don't ultimately want to go wherever it's leading us, we're going to have to confront it anyway. It might be better to do it while we're in good condition, although maybe we can teleport out. Maybe it's not an issue. I don't know.
Did Simon give us a description of the statue here?
He did.
Yes, it is a skeleton that has the bundle of reeds in its mouth.
Okay.
Yeah. And if you ponder the appearance of the statue a little more, you're welcome to try that religion check.
Well, I already thought this was a trap room, so I don't know what to think anymore.
Yeah. No, Ottardo, I mean, it's a depiction or a general style you've seen in various places, so it doesn't strike you as particularly special.
All right. Well, we have more doors in front of us. Where do we go? Double doors or single door?
Well, I think,
Well, hang on.
well, I think the double doors would be wider to run away from, so let's pick those first.
Yeah, double doors seems better because it can't block up. He can't. Surely he can't block 2 doors.
How would that even be possible? Okay, yeah, those 2 doors, they clearly haven't been opened in a long time, but the hinges still work perfectly well. To the west, there's another single door, and to the north, another set of double doors.
Double doors again?
Also,
Okay. You open the double doors here, and you find a strange, kind of irregular, meandering hall with, as you look left and right, a bunch of wide alcoves. And as far as you can tell, each one of those has a standing rack bearing crystals and levers of some kind, maybe like bizarre torture devices.
When you say racks, like the thing where people get attached, or
Yeah, it
the,
looks like I said, it looks like torture devices. So it looks like a person. It definitely has the right size for a person to get strapped into these things. Yeah.
Mm,
And as you start taking a closer look here, you notice out of the corner of your eye some movement, and you hear some heavy footsteps fall. As you turn around, you spot a creature rounding the corner in what little bit of light still falls in here from Soma's magical light. And it looks like this. Hang on here.
whoa.
So humanoid in shape, but it looks like it's made entirely of hardened glass and lead of some kind. The face is completely motionless, as if it's just carved into the outside as a more of a decoration than anything functional. And yeah, you can see that its extremities, its limbs are basically just entirely made of razor sharp glass and metal blades. And as it starts to round the corner, it purposefully strides towards you. And as you like hear that those heavy footsteps, you the hair at the back of your neck stands up as you also hear those footsteps coming from the other side, and you turn around to see another one of these creatures walking towards you as well. So let's get into initiative again here. I will be right with you as I roll our initiatives. Here we go. Ratatatatat. And Bark, once again, you are the one who gets to act first. And
Fantastic.
you might just notice Ottardo like looking left and right, and maybe you hear the footsteps, but you haven't seen the creatures yet.
Right. Well, I don't know what's up there, so hey, Ottardo, what's up here? Oh, that. Huh. Um, 2 actions. What do we want to cast here? Let's see the creatures. Okay, that's not gonna help much. I guess I'll recall knowledge. That seems like a wise thing to do.
All right, let's see it.
What the heck are they?
Okay, hang on here. So I need to hard cut. What do we see? Okay. And that is, oh, right, that is actually right up your alley here. Okay, so, I mean, you take one look at those things and you are convinced these are a kind of golem. Like, these are crafted creatures made from glass and metal. So you would expect them to have all of the typical golem immunities, so bleed and death effects, disease, doom, drain, fatigued, mental, non-lethal, paralyzed, poisoned, sick, and spirit. Like everything you would expect an object to be immune from, you would expect these things to be immune from. I mean, golems are there are so many varieties of them that it's really hard to, by just knowing that it's a golem, to learn anything else from it. But you would expect them to have some kind of physical resistance. But you would have to wait and see which one that might be. And you can ask me one question about their stat log. Oh, sorry, one more thing. Because you recognize them as a golem, you also know that golems usually have some sort of vulnerability to magic, where they might be affected by certain magic, but usually in a weird way, not necessarily in the way that you would expect it. And also, they are often immune to certain other kinds of magic. And it usually has to do with the kind of materials that they're made from.
Okay. Can I use my one question to determine what sort of magic it would be vulnerable to?
Yes. So you would assume, since it's made of glass mostly, that it would be harmed by sonic damage. And so, you know, the glass and metal, that would mean that it would probably be healed by fire, which means that it might be slowed by cold, because that would be like the opposite effect, you know, as it
Great.
freezes over.
None of these are things I do. Amazing. But he will call out, Souma! Get up here and blast these things with your sick jams. And I've got one action left, so I'm just gonna anticipate this thing's coming right at me, so I'm gonna raise a shield. That's it. Or I guess I could back up. You know what? I'm gonna back up so that Sandy can, a more appropriate character, can get up there, and not because I'm a coward. That's my turn.
Okay. All right, and we have that creature right here, and as it spots you, Ottardo, it waves one of its bladed arms around, and you see this. At first, you think it's a reflection of what little light is in here that kind of like flares up, but then you realize that it's actually the golem itself that sends out a wave of scintillating luminosity that casts bright light basically in the entire hallway here. And you get caught in that bright light and need to make a will save for me.
Okay.
So it's just light, right? So nothing bad about this. So that took it 2 actions, and then with its third action, it just starts moving towards you. It's not moving particularly fast, but also not particularly slowly. Then you hear more heavy footsteps from deeper within these halls. So you're pretty sure there is more, or there are more of these creatures lurking around these halls. And we have what are we? Sorry. Yeah. And you are proven right very soon as another one of these kind of rounds the corner, and just like clockwork, like not stopping to take in the situation, it just walks right up to your face with its razor sharp limbs ready to battle. And then it is your turn.
Okay. Well, Ottardo is going to tell everyone that these things are corporeal. We can smash them.
Well, your strike connects, certainly. Smashes against the hardened glass and lead.
So that wasn't the
Oh,
attack.
sorry,
That
that was
was
an
to
intimidation. Okay, sorry, I didn't.
well, not really intimidation. Just to enter the
Right. Yeah.
stats. Yeah,
Got it.
and then let me just double check. You raising? Yeah. Okay. So he is going to do a little defensive step back, raise his shield, take one step back, and attempt a strike against um, the creature, and at the same time leaving a gap for Sandy to go in.
Okay, so now you smash your Fullic Mace against the hardened glass and do 15 points of damage, which do appear to go through. So there's that. All right, then from over here, the golem starts chung 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 chung, striding right back, right up to you, Ottardo, and then is going to try and slice your back. Oof, for 18 points of damage. And yep.
Yep, Ottardo is going to try to intercept it with his shield.
Okay. And most of that gets absorbed, but a little bit gets through, and it's a nasty cut that immediately starts bleeding profusely. And then it follows it up with a second swing, which, however, you easily manage to avoid. From deeper within the halls, more footsteps can be heard. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Actually, here, so that's 2 actions. Can it do anything with its third action? Not really, so it's just gonna end its movement here. And then it's Soma's turn.
Okay, someone will have to actually approach a little bit to see them. Oh wow. So I can target. And it just so happens that I have exactly one spell with sonic damage that I exchanged at some point that I don't even remember when. And it's called Biting Words. So, like, someone will someone run past Bark, mumbling like, "What do you mean? Some of my tunes, my tunes are gentle and inspiring." And when she said, "Oh my God, what is this? Like, do you expect these things to move?" Oh, someone, someone was, and that should hurt their feelings so bad that it will shatter them. So the spell actually enchants my voice instead of attacking, and it gives me an attack to say hurtful things at the golems. Which, even though they don't understand what I'm saying, it should hurt them anyway because it's just that hateful. Yeah.
Okay. and it says you can attack with your voice words once when you finish casting the spell, so you do get one attack right now. That's a hit. So whatever it is you say does seem to hurt.
Yeah. Right.
And it takes 6 points of damage here. Let me see what that means for the... Yes. And on top of that, we're seeing
Oh my
19 points of damage.
God. There we
Wow.
go.
As your words kind of resonate all through its body and you see cracks appear. So clearly very effective. Bark was right. Sandy,
Indeed.
your turn.
Sandy is enraged, and he has targets, so he will smash.
Ooh, smash indeed. 68 points of damage. He just, bashes right through the golem's defenses. Cracks everywhere. Oh, and then we have, when you critically hit an enemy is frightened, which it is... well, what kind of... Is that some kind of effect here? I don't know. It doesn't seem to be immune to that. And then it can also... Yes, and it also knocks it prone. So his second attack, well, it missed by so much that even the prone condition wouldn't have made it a hit. Okay. So that's Sandy's turn. Bark. Oops.
Hey, Soma, looks like that one really had a fragile ego. He's gonna step forward. I really don't feel like I've got... I mean, I don't want to use timber, hurt my allies, so... I don't know what kind of magic would be effective against them. I don't have fire. I don't have... Well, I don't want to use fire on them anyway. Okay, whatever. We're just gonna do this. Bark is going to give Stick a command to grab that vial there and give it to Ottardo. And he's going to glug something into your face.
Okay.
Which will hopefully not be wasted here. No, I don't want to use it on myself. Damn it. How do I undo that? Shit. Can I just want to post... Ugh. Is there a way I can just send this to the...
What are you trying to do?
I'm trying to send the blood booster thing to the chat.
That is an item you have.
It was... I accidentally used it on myself instead of sending it to...
Okay, I can just put the effect on Sandy, is it?
Yeah.
Okay. Boom. And we use the moderate version. There we
Yes. Basically, it's going to help out with that persistent bleed damage.
go. Nice. Receive resistance 10 to persistent bleed. Nice. Very nice.
And you treat the flat checks as if you had received particularly appropriate aid. And it lasts for 10 minutes.
I think that was on Ottardo rather than Sandy, but
Yeah,
it
it should be
could
on
be useful for Sandy too.
It should be on Ottardo.
Oh, okay. I'll take that off
He's the
here,
one who actually has bleed.
and I will put it on to.
Is it one of the items that you just picked up?
No, it's I can craft these every day.
Okay.
You're gonna have to subtract one though, if that's a consumable, which I think it is.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I got it.
All right.
And last action. Can I attack around the corner?
Yeah, with cover.
Okay, I'll just try to bite this one because why not?
Okay.
Shouldn't
Let's bite the glass. That seems like a good
Yes,
idea.
exactly. That's famously a pleasant experience.
Cover. So it should have what standard cover?
Yes.
Oh, it's already. Oh, it already figured it out. Okay, cool.
I was gonna say I think it figures it in, and that is still a hit. So you can roll that damage.
9
and we'll-
points of piercing. It
Yes,
is
but it is
magical piercing.
okay. But it is so hard, and feels really weird to your teeth that it doesn't really do no damage.
He just bites, and nothing
Wow.
happens. And he as he pulls back, his teeth just make a screeching sound across the glass.
Exactly. And that might do sonic damage, but more to you than to it. All right, that's your turn.
That's my turn.
Okay, then we have this one in the back here, which is going to send out yet another wave of bright light, catching all four of you in it. So all four of you, please do this. Will save. And stick to. Okay, all unaffected by the light, although it is very bright. And then we have this one here fighting toe to toe with Sandy, bringing its giant bladed limbs down like an axe. And we're striking Sandy for 13 points of damage, and then
Ottardo is going to use his reaction there, so
Yep.
I believe that negates all of that damage.
Does it?
That's 13 points of resistance.
Yep, that negates all of it. So there's no bleed damage then, because no initial damage.
And Ottardo is going to take his reactive attack there. Roll it.
Ooh, critically hitting. Ottardo really dealing some damage today here. Smashing the flick mace against the glassy body and shattering large chunks of it. But nonetheless, the creature swings its limb 2 more times and fails, though, clearly thrown off kilter by Ottardo's brutal attack.
There's
Yep.
just a couple things there. Like it should go frightened 1 and reflex save against prone.
Well, it was frightened 1 already. That just went down on its turn, and the reflex save. Oh, got it selected. Ooh, a crit fails, but that prone is prone, I guess. Okay. Ottardo.
All right. I guess Ottardo will leave Sandy to deal with that one, and he will focus on the one facing him.
Ho
Wow.
ho! Another crit. 32 points of damage here, frightening this golem as you just send glass flying everywhere. Trying to succeed at staying on its feet, though, and it does actually manage to do so. But you hit it again, thanks to it being frightened, doing 19 points of damage.
And he will end up by raising his shield.
Okay, let's see how the bleed affects you as you end your turn.
Yeah. that.
So we have 2 points of bleed damage, and then we'll need a recovery check. All right, and it just goes away. The golem in front of you, Ottardo, now starts swinging its limbs around. First one misses, second swing hits for 15, and the third is a miss. And then we have the one in the second row here, which is going to move into that alcove, which is not the best place to strike you from, so you'll have some cover on this, but it misses. Oh, it's critically hits. $34 points of damage. And quite a lot of bleed. And then it's Soma's turn.
Okay, so at this point I can at least try to attack more golems, and before that I will use my inspired defense on everyone, and I will make it lingering because this seems to be inspired defense. Making it lingering, scrolling cast. And this is
And
actually
you succeed.
critical success now, since my
Oh.
DC is 28, and this is
Nice.
39. So it will last 4 rounds.
Very nice. Third action? No, second action.
Right. And for my other actions, I will start making cruel remarks at the golems, I suppose.
All right. Where do we start?
With this one.
Okay.
Nice.
Critically hitting. You really,
Oh.
you're really hitting the
Well,
right notes here. Okay, so I'll say it's kind of undefined with critical hits here because the damage from its vulnerability replaces the effect of the spell. And I'm going to say that it'll still apply like a critical, so it'll take double this.
okay. And the second one, let's go with another one, with this.
Okay.
So it's, I suppose it will take the penalty, of course. Huh.
Still a
It
hit,
still hits.
and it takes 18 points of damage. There is something that you know about golems that really seems to hurt them. And yeah, so the glass cracks open and the whole structure comes crashing down. And then it's Sandy's turn.
Alright, Sandy will step over the glass and smash.
Rushing it under his feet. He charges the other golem, hits it for 33 points of damage, of which... Wait, hang on a second. Why is that reduced?
That's I guess spirit damage doesn't work on golems.
Oh yeah, the spirit damage does not apply. That's right. And then he misses with his final attack. Bark.
Let's see. Not a whole lot I can do. Although Sandy does give an opening. I guess I'll step up so I can at least observe better. The injured. And I really can't hit anything now. Yikes! Sorry. I'm gonna move up here. I'm gonna keep moving up to here so that there's room for Soma if she wants to. I'm gonna raise a shield. And I'm gonna cast Protect Companion because I really don't know what else I can do. So that's it.
All right. And then we have the golem over here fighting Sandy in close quarters, swinging his bladed limb at him. Did that come through somewhere? Wait, what's going on? I guess it didn't. There we go. Missing once, missing twice, missing 3 times. Ottardo.
Alright, Ottardo will target the golem in front of him. Ooh.
Oh, you are on fire today. Doubled, yes, okay, so it is frightened and it will try to save against being prone, which it succeeds at, and then you miss the final attack, okay?
And raise a shield, and that's his turn.
Yeah, so you take that bleed damage and then try to recover. Oh, a little bit of bleed actually goes through, but then you succeed to staunch the wound. Nevertheless, the golem right in front of you is still very much a threat as it swings its big chunks of bladed glass around, striking you once for 13 points of damage. Oh, I shouldn't have targeted both of you. So that's Ottardo. And you just absorb all of that with your shield, and the final attack misses. On the other end of the hallway here. Nope, wait, that's not true. It's actually just around the corner. Yet another one of the golems tries to strike Ottardo once, twice, 3 times, and given the narrow corridor, it misses all of its attacks. Soma.
Okay. Well, let's step into the thing. Oh, now I don't see the herd golem. Well, never mind. So one step, and then let's just continue doing bad things. So target the golem behind Ottardo. And start insulting it. Attack.
Yep. You do indeed insult it, and it takes more damage than that. It takes 16 points of damage.
Alright, and she will continue insulting the other golem to the left to spread the foul language all the way.
You mean to the right, because you just insulted the one to the left, I believe.
Yes.
Yes, okay. And that's a miss.
It's from her left, yes.
That's your turn. Sandy. Oops.
Sandy will strike.
Does what Sandy does best, critically hitting the creature, and 62. That is a lot of damage, but not enough. And it pulled it up with a regular hit. He crushes more of the golem, but their solid construction can take such hits. And then he misses with his final attack. And it is Bark's turn.
Bark's like, great job, everyone. You're doing amazing. I'll be here. He's just gonna raise his shield, and
Waiting to heal.
That's it.
All right. The golem over here fighting Sandy is going to try to make him bleed. Striking him once. 15 points. Wait. Oh. 1-2 punch here for the second one, 17, and then the third one is a miss. Finally, Ottardo.
All right.
Missing once and twice,
And then she.
and raising his shield. And as he, yep, you need to make your recovery check there.
Remember, you treat it as if, yeah. Oh, okay, I see the effect applied.
Yeah.
All right, and then the golem fighting you, Ottardo, strikes once and twice and 3 times. 1 hit in there, so it does 16 points of damage to you. The other one that's standing just around the corner will also try to strike you. Oh, here we go. Once, twice, 3 times. Okay, 1 hit in there for 17 points, and then it's Souma's turn.
Okay, so at this point I might as well just start insulting everything for all 3 actions. Let's start with one on Sandy.
All right. That's a regular hit, so you do 16 points of damage to it.
Mm-hmm. The next
You
one
switch
is
targets. This one.
yes,
Mhm.
to Ottardo. Ow.
That's a miss.
And let's try to another one on the same one. That's
Another miss. Okay, Sandy.
All right.
And again, brutal swings here. And this time, this is... Oops, that
Ooh,
was the wrong one.
sorry. Yeah.
Oh, that's because you had that one.
Yeah, I had the wrong. Yeah, sorry.
No, that is not actually dead. Oh, which one is that? This one. Not actually dead. And not actually wounded either. Okay, but in fact, you had hit the other one. 58 points. So this one's dead. Which one is this? That one. Okay. All right. So Sandy crushes that one with a powerful swing. Then moves over to the other side and awkwardly tries to swing around the corner. But manages to sneak in a hit there. With 30 points. Well, minus the 8 spirit damage. So unfortunately, it's not enough to take the creature down. Bark.
Right. I guess it's gonna step up. Oh, it's not. Wait, is it dead?
Yeah,
Is there a live one there?
Nope. They're both smashed to pieces.
Oh, okay. It looked all right. Then he's like, wow, great job. And he's gonna, I guess, not risk moving any further, so he's just gonna raise his shield again. Woohoo! You're doing great, Ottardo.
All right. And Ottardo, your turn.
Okay. Let's see. I have the correct target.
Man, how many critical hits is that today?
Yeah.
Amazing. So you crush that one into bits of shards and bend metal.
And then he's going to defensive advance to move a bit into the corridor and try another strike.
That's a miss.
Shit, I just noticed that I can't read the spell says that it lasts only 3 attacks, so I will just expend another spell slot for the other ones.
Okay, appreciate it. And Ottardo, you done?
Yep.
Okay, so we have the bleed damage here to recover from, although that's probably not going to make a big difference. And then the golem attacks Ottardo once, twice, 3 times, missing all of its strikes. And Soma.
Yeah. Okay. So the biting word by this point should have run out. So someone will step back and try to target the other golem with the kinetic projectile.
Okay. And you
Yes,
miss it by a little bit, but you miss it. Oops. And
maybe I can try to hero point it.
Yeah, if you want to.
Ooh.
Turning it into a
There
crit.
There we go.
Well spent point. Let's see the damage. That is doubled.
Yeah. It's normal. This should be doubled. I think. No.
76.
Well,
You have heightened this to level 6. So it's heightened plus 5. So yeah, it should be doubled. Wow. Okay. So that's 60 points of damage that come through here. The creature is mostly cracks. You can see it's only kept together by the foul magics animating it, barely so. And then Sandy, can you push it over the edge?
Let's see.
That's a hit. And those 27 points aren't enough to push it over, but you have an attack left, and that critical hit most certainly is going to be enough. Yeah, you smash it against the wall, and it shatters to a million pieces. And you all earn another 60 XP, 60. Okay, and as we're about to jump off here, I'm just gonna look for a nice moment to end on, and I'm gonna say, Bark, you look around, proud of your companions, but maybe feeling a little bored almost for not being not being able to contribute here. Instead, you take in what these strange contraptions might be, and your attention is grabbed by one strange-looking orb over here, a crystal globe of some kind, and you see like a strange shimmer in there, as if something is swirling around, and you can't help but think that what is trapped inside this little globe might be connected to these torture apparatuses here. And then it dawns on you that maybe some unfortunate initiates before you have died here and gotten trapped inside these little soul gems, if we want to call them that. And with that thought that might be your fate too, should you fail, I'm going to end it here.
Yeesh.
Yeah.
Wow.
Not fun. Just canned for life.
Maybe that skeleton fellow isn't so nice.
No, guys, you don't understand. You don't understand how good we have it right now. Those glass golems didn't explode in our face.
Yeah, that's true.
Like that guy was being really considerate of us right now. So so yeah.
Yep.
We are not in Gauntlight actually, so that's what explains it.
That must be it.
What's the XP total we're at right now?
655 on my end.
Yeah, that's what I had.
655. Okay.
All right.